Hi everyone. I hope everyone is having a good day. I'm Tarasha. Welcome to my channel. I understand this is a weird angle, but as I'm editing, a thought came through my head, an idea, and I want to get on top of it and talk about it. So, yes, I was talking about this yesterday, but I really want to talk about it more broader on here. So, I was talking about Eddie Murphy. Now, Eddie Murphy just had a documentary called Being Eddie, and it was amazing. I watched it yesterday, and I thought that this documentary, I knew somewhat about Eddie Murphy, but about his life, but he talks about his personal life and his career and all that, right? And I thought the documentary was amazing. For me watching this documentary gave me an idea of what's my top five Eddie Murphy movies, and I will share that with you in a minute. But he was very open. And you also see him going back to Saturday Night Live, which his beginning is Saturday Night Live, and through all his movies like Beverly Hills Cop and just all the amazing movies and the amazing people that he's worked with, past and present, right? And he still has movies coming out, and he also I also want to like all the top five movies that I'm about to talk about. These are movies that I feel like everybody have seen, or some people haven't seen them. So I highly recommend all five of these movies. But let's talk about it. The first one that we're going to talk about is Life. Life started with stars Eddie Murphy and Mark Lawrence. Now, the first time I ever seen this, I want to say I was in my teens, and I go back to it quite often because if you're looking for a movie that's funny, has a great story behind it, and also comedic timing. Because yes, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy's in this movie. You know who else is in this movie besides this amazing cast? Bernie Mac. Now, I have not really talked about my love for Bernie Mac, but I love Bernie Mac, and he was just perfect for this role. And he has funny moments throughout it, and it's just amazing. And Eddie Murphy and Mark Lawrence, their comedian timing with each other and the bickering that they were going through, knowing the fact their characters were mad and they're locked up and stuff. This movie to me feels like it's on my 20 top movies of all time. It will stay there because I feel like people talk about this movie but don't talk about it enough. That's what I feel. The next movie that we're going to talk about, which is also another amazing movie of his, is Beverly Hills Cop. I seen Beverly Hills Cop also in my teens. I thought, and actually, to be honest, I seen my mom and my dad watch it for the first time. It probably wasn't their first time, but it was the I was watching it with them. I didn't understand one thing that they were saying. Okay, I was little, but I was laughing, and I was just laughing so hard because that's what Eddie Murphy does, right? His laugh, his timing with things, and his delivery is just amazing. Going into his next film, which he does all of those things, his delivery, his timing, he also did a movie called Harlem Nights. Now, I don't see too many people talk about Harlem Nights. I also I when through my teens, I was starting to go deeper into movies and film. Like what I mean by that is like 80s film and 70s film and stuff. I talk about it in my 200 subscriber movie of me video of me talking about just my love for different genres and stuff like that. And I discovered a lot of movies during my teen years. And Harlem Nights is one of those movies. You have Eddie Murphy, you have Richard Pryor, you have Reese, you have Red Fox. Amazing actors and actresses being funny from the beginning to the end of this movie. There's also the cast is amazing. But if you haven't seen this movie, I would highly recommend this movie. Go sit on your couch and watch it, okay? The first time I ever watched this movie, either I was 14 or 15 years old. The amount of comedy that just spews out of this movie is fantastic, okay? And the story itself is amazing. When you line that up with all these brilliant scenes, it is amazing. I can't really tell you my favorite scene because it got too much cussing in it, but the there is a scene. There's two scenes that I love. There's a scene with Eddie Murphy and Delta Reese, and they say that they fight. Let's say it that way. And it involves an alley. It's amazing. Second scene, it also involves her too. They they go they go to jail and she and she says something. That's also amazing scene. There's also scenes with Red Fox that he just has these moments in this movie that just make when he just puts on his glasses because he can't like really see. He put on that's an amazing scene. Just amazing thing. Same thing with Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor is an amazing comedian, and he with all his movies that I've seen, he never misses a beat. And same thing with Eddie Murphy. He never misses a beat with his movies. Red Fox, I've seen movies with him, but I also have seen his comedian style. He's also a stand-up because Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Arsenio Hall's in this movie. Um, Eddie Murphy's brother's in this movie. He makes appearance. There's a lot of comedians and when you put all that together, you make magic. I feel the next movie and also in would be hold on. I wrote a list because sometimes let's see. Do do. Um, because when I was going over Eddie Murphy's movies, I was thinking about. I just realized that I missed the movie. Missed the movie. The Nutty Professor. Okay, Nutty Professor. I actually seen this movie in theater. I was young, but I seen this movie in theater, and the amount when he gets into the fat suit and get into these other different characters when he plays like the grandma, just like the dad and the mom, and he's an amazing character actor. He really is. And when he breaks that down, that's when you get the funniness of it all. And Nutty Professor is one of those movies that you can laugh from the beginning to the end. There is a scene because Dave Chappelle makes an appearance in this movie. There's one of my favorite scenes. There, one of them. The first time when they're at the comedy club, Dave Chappelle's goes at him, making fun of him or whatever. But when he appears as Sherman, as the different character, he just lays into Dave Chappelle, and I thought that was so funny because one of the scenes is when he takes his hat off, when Eddie Murphy's character takes Dave Chappelle's hat off. It's just completely comedian genius when you see that. The next movie we're going to talk about, and this is another movie I feel like a lot of people don't talk about, and I feel like people should talk about this movie. Boomerang. Boomerang has moments in this movie that is just amazing. It's also a love story. Holly Berry's in this. Just you know who else is in this? Which who was also in Life with him, Mark Lawrence. So it's just amazing movie. David John Witherspoon's in this movie. It's just you know who else makes an appearance in this movie, which I completely forgot about. It's a young Chris Rock. He makes an appearance in this movie. The movie is another one of his movies that has really like the working life of, of a working life movie, but it also has love in it. It has funniness in it. If you want to just laugh, I would say, but there's also moments in this movie that are just fantastic. That's the last movie, but all his movies, the five that I said, are, I believe, some of the best piece of film that is just amazing. I also want to add this because I was talking about this. I was talking about when I was thinking about it when I was watching the documentary of Being Eddie. Eddie Murphy, because there's certain comedians that I look up to. Eddie Murphy's one of them because Eddie Murphy just makes me just giggle and laugh. Him, there's three of them. Him, Cat Williams, and Whoopi Goldberg. Those are the three that make me laugh. But when you talk about just amazing people, Eddie Murphy, Whoopi Goldberg, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, I look at them because I've watched their comics, specials and stuff like that. It's amazing, you know? And I talk about Whoopi Goldberg often because she was the first voice I heard as a kid because she did play the hyena in Lion King. But um yeah, I wanted to really talk about his movies because I like the fact that he decided to do like a documentary. If you haven't seen it, it is on Netflix. But go and watch it because I feel like you will learn a lot about him, his career, and how he got started, and the fact that I just want to add this in here. I love the fact that he likes watching ridiculousness. By the way, ridiculousness more than maybe a week ago got canceled after their 46th season. Like it been on for about 13, 14 years, but he loved watching it. He likes to sit on the couch and watch it. And I thought that was just hilarious. I really, really thought it was hilarious. But I hope you guys go and watch it. I highly recommend the docu I want to say docu series for some reason, but documentary. But I also highly recommend all the five movies that I said. Be because those are great pieces of film, laughter, story, great people in these films that are just amazing. But I hope you guys have a brilliant day, have a beautiful day. And over here, we talk about the things that we love, and there's more movies to come, more videos to come. Bye.